The world premiere of The Song of Names stars Tim Roth and Clive Owen. It is an emotional tale of family, friendship, and ambition that follows two childhood friends who were both deeply impacted by the Second World War. We were on the red carpet for the world premiere.
Playing the young Tim Roth, where does one begin?
Where does one begin? I mean, I'm very flattered. I mean, see it as a compliment to be playing a young Tim Roth. And then also Misha playing so it's a kind of nice sandwich to be in.
I play Martin, who Tim Roth plays the old version of him, and he is he's quite a dark character. He's quite a deep character, but really it's his brother's story of redemption and him sort of finding him, and he's an incredible character. I love him. He's it's so freaky to think that three people played him and yet we were one person in a way.
I play David Eli Rappaport, and he is a young Polish refugee who leaves kind of on the basis of his talent. That's his ticket out of Poland during the 30s. And he comes to England to pursue that musical career. He's very talented, he's a genius, and he's very ambitious and committed to his work, but he has a lot of guilt. He left his family behind. He knows, or at least he comes to know, that the reason why he left and could leave was because of this musical talent. So I think there's a lot of pain there, there's a lot of guilt there.
I play young Helen, so Helen when she's around 17 to 24. At a really interesting time in Helen, Martin and Dovidal's kind of lives. They're growing up, a lot's going on in the world at that point. So I kind of play Martin's girlfriend and a friend of Dovidal's.
The process with any actor is like getting to the roots of the character. You sit down, try to figure out who the guy is and how you're going to show that, and whether you work with Tim Roth, Clive Owen, or a young actor who's hasn't played, like Luke, like a great discovery, hasn't ever played. He's a musician, but he's never played never acted.
I play Dovidal from 9 to 13, just as he moves over from Poland, from the war, and it's quite hard for him because he moved over into an English family, and his family stays behind, and it was definitely quite a challenging experience trying to come into the character and embody what he was feeling.
I think the cinema is a great, powerful vehicle to look back or look forward, but it's a great vehicle to escape the now, the moment. And I think our society right now is very obsessed with now, and so any opportunity I have to escape that little corner, I'm happy to do it.
Another producer who I was working with in another film some 5 years ago said, I've got a book that you should read. So it was called The Song of Names. And I was one of those rare times that I read something and I know that it's not a question of am I interested, it's a question of I have to make this film. Because it deals with a subject that I think the world needs to pay attention to.
Before I compose, I like the research part of it. As we know, with the Jewish faith, there's an oral tradition to it. So it's like going back and talking to people, discovering what was being actually sung, what the music was like around the turn of the century, around this particular period.
I love it. I really like the outcome. I think it's incredibly sensitive adaptation. It's a different way of telling the story, but as a whole and as a piece of storytelling, I'm overwhelmed. I think it's a great film.
I believe I love absolutely everything you've been in. Is this going to be another stellar performance by Tim Roth?
I don't know. I hope so. I hope you like it. It's different, that's for sure. Which I guess is why I stepped up to do it.
You're playing with some pretty amazing other men in this film. Tell me about the camaraderie there a little bit.
Well, it was for most of what we were doing, we were isolated from each other. So Clive and I were on different trajectories, but we come together at certain points during the film. So yeah, they were very. They seemed to be very, very good and effective actors, and nice people to hang around with. And we shot it quick, and hopefully it works.
Please join us again right here for more TIFF2019 coverage. I'm Dmitry Popovic, and thank you for watching the Film and TV Show.